It's a thing of passion. It's a thing of beauty. Exquisite passion and beauty. The new Audi A6. Vorsprung durch Technik. I don't know. They have something at the end. I'm a bilingual voiceover artist. I do a lot of British English voiceovers. I do a lot of French Canadian voiceover as well. I am quite versatile, actually. It started maybe when I was 7 years old. I was 7 years old. I had this tape recorder pretending to be a journalist, interviewing my little brother, who was 1 year old at the time, so most of his answers were really genuine and from the heart and probably full of saliva. I'm an officer in the Royal Canadian Air Force. There was this project developed by people who do the recruiting, and they were looking for a voiceover for an explainer video, and they told me, are you interested in doing that? The word got spread out a little bit too much more than I would have liked. I was kind of voluntold to be the MC for the occasional formal ceremony and here and there on the base, and especially when soldiers were coming back from a deployment in Afghanistan. So maybe this is something I should pursue, and I was kind of very grateful for the good comments, and eventually that's how it started, really. I think success is really, it not only varies from one person to another, but it changes as you grow and through that process. It took me 255 auditions before this first, I booked a first job. And for me at first, I think I defined success as wanting to sound better on a recording and develop the ability to carry a message in a compelling and unique way. And then success meant, incrementally, it meant to be able to find the right gear and develop a workflow so that my recordings would meet the professional industry standards in terms of quality and sound. And then success meant to get listened to, find a platform where people could actually find me. Eventually, that success meant to be starting to see thumbs up on my auditions. So I think success is different for everyone, and success varies in time as well for any specific individual. Obviously, my first high-paying gig was also my first job with Voices.com for this 21-module e-learning course, 15,000 words, and it was just, I thought I hit jackpot, and I said, well, that's reassuring. I'm 10 months in, and I'm just booking my first job, so that's cool, and it's a good one. But in terms of rewarding project, I think the high-paying projects are not always the most rewarding. I worked with a small filmmaker on the West Coast in Oregon. The art behind this production just mesmerized me. Adding my voice to that project was more rewarding in terms of artistic quality than the paycheck, really. So for me, it's a way to demonstrate my ability to fit in this niche of indie filmmaking. If I was going to do this all over again, I think the things you need to concentrate on, calm down, breathe, and just look and listen around what's around you first. Be patient, it takes time, Be super excited about the journey that you're about to embark on. In a way, I think you have to program your brain with absolute clarity and faith in your ability to succeed. And because this is an art form, people will often get discouraged. There needs to be this burning desire to succeed. Giving up is just not an option, so don't quit. Take massive action, be proactive, be bold, and find resources where you can. Voice.com is really a good starting point for anyone who wants to start a career in voiceover, just because you have access to so many scripts. You can audition every day and potentially find good income, and it can be there for you along the way for as long as you want.